Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the live stream of the India versus New Zealand first test match. And Shreyas Iyer, once again, is batting really well for India at the moment, and India leading by 188 runs. They were at one point during the second innings. Let's have a look. They were at 1 point, 51 for 5. So there was a 52-run partnership between Ashwin and Shreyas Iyer. And then this session, thank you. This session, Iyer, Ashwin was bowled, hit wicket, in fact. He's bowled by Jameson, and now there's a nice little partnership developing between Shreyas Iyer and Zaha. So good little recovery here from India, and they lead by 188. They're probably looking for, if they can get 250 plus, that'd be a really good score in terms of a lead. So we shall see. So they're currently 140 for 6. India lead 189 runs. They need to win. New Zealand to get a wicket here, ASAP. Shreyas Iyer is batting really well at the moment. 45 of 100 balls. But New Zealand will be looking to get a wicket soon. So this session has gone 58 runs with 1 wicket. So going at a decent run rate for India. Oh, what ball also? Shocking ball from Will Somerville. Mr. Wicketkeeper and everyone. And third man had to come up. A fine leg, had to come up to get that. It spanned so much it missed the wicketkeeper and first slip as well. That's brilliant. Oh, was that a chance? Zaha goes for a lofted shot over mid-wicket. I'm not sure mid-wicket could have got that. If we have a look at the replay. Interesting to see Ashwin coming above Zaha. I think Zaha might be injured, actually. I'm not sure why. Oh, just over the hands of short mid wicket there. So India lead. They only put 194. They're 51 for 5 at one point. 51 for 5. Can you believe that? New Zealand could have really capitalised there. Really won this test match if they got them all out for 100 odd. But once again, Shreyas Iyer has batted so well. And you got so at the moment, India are 196 runs ahead, and Shreyas Iyer is about to approach another half century. He's made a fantastic debut. Now, obviously, it seems that India will come back to full strength with Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant coming back into the side. Who do you think is going to miss out of this current India side? So let me know in the comments for the next test match. But this test match seems nicely poised at the moment. Shreyas Iyer once again getting India out of trouble. And he's backing up his fantastic 100 in the first innings. With looks like he's going to come up to 50. So still to bat after this is Axar Patel, Umesh Yadav, and Ishant Sharma. And they haven't got a great test career average. So this is probably the last wicket that New Zealand will really want to get. Let me update the scorecard. The scoreboard should be updating during the game. And let me change the banner. And let me know in comments, who do you think the Shreyas Iyer will replace in the second test match? So it's 147 for 6. They lead by 196. India will be looking to get that. If they can get 250, that'd be a really difficult chase for New Zealand, considering you're going to day five pitch with Axar Patel and Ashwin bowling as well. That'll be a handful. So Shreyas Iyer on 46 runs facing William Somerville. And he hits that straight to mid-wicket. So is it Somerville or Ajas? But yeah, it's Somerville. He's 37 years old. Can you believe that? It's great to see cricketers playing a lot later into their 30s, 40s even. I reckon we'll see Virat Kohli playing until he's 40. I reckon so. Let me know in the chat what you think of India's effort so far, New Zealand's effort so far, as we've got a grand total of 2 viewers at the moment. And Shreyas Iyer moves on to 48 runs. He's been a fantastic find for India. I know he's done well in the red ball, in the white ball format, but he's made his debut here and he's made 100. He looks like he's going to make a 50. Still stuck on 48 though. India 149 for 6. Lead by 198 runs as the lead approaches 200. The all-important 200 mark. And as I'll give you an update of the Pakistan Bangladesh test match. So as you know, Sri Lanka beat West Indies in Galle earlier on this week after a fantastic effort from Sri Lanka, and in particular Karunaratne, backed up by his spinners. And Pakistan are trailing Bangladesh. They are 259 for 9 in the first innings, and Bangladesh made 330. So let's see, as India being up 150 mark on the second innings. Yeah, Abid Ali, they made such a good start. I mean, they kind of crumbled away over the last session, it seems. Yeah, there hasn't been much resistance at all from the middle and lower order. So we got Fahim Ashraf and Shaheen Shah, the last partnership for Pakistan. I think they'll be disappointed with that, considering their strong start. Going back to India, Shreyas Iyer on 49 from 106 balls. Zaha 21, 56 balls. I wonder how long India would want to bowl New Zealand out for, because they need runs on the board. At the moment, it's a bit shy. I think they need at least 230 lead to get 250, 260. That would be very, very competitive total. So let me know what score India would like to get in the chat. And as we see, Jameson has got 3 wickets this innings. Salvi has got 2, and Ajaz Patel has got 1. And Rahane hasn't really performed this test match. And I've heard some commentators saying that maybe Rahane is the one that misses out, because Shreyas Iyer he has to play next test match of his fantastic performance. Can you drop your captain, Rahane? I'm not sure. Not sure if India will do that, but if they want to play the best team, maybe they have to. Like I'm sure Rishabh Pant will come in for Zaha, yeah. So there's I've heard some people saying Rahane to be dropped for the next test match, because then that means Virat Kohli slots in at 4 and Shreyas Iyer at 5. Let me know what you think. Because Rahane in the first innings, and as we see, Shreyas Iyer hits 1 to extra cover and he gets his 50, backing up his 105 in the first innings. So 155 runs so far in his debut. Not bad. Not a bad debut at all from, I'll say the young man, but he's only 26 years old. But yeah, so back to the Rahane point. 35 in the first innings, followed by a disappointing 4 in the second innings. Interesting to see what they do. India, next test match. But focusing on this test match, the lead is now 200. Shreyas Iyer has got his 50, and he's been supported well by Zaha as well. So he just Patel bowling now. Oh, he lost one up. Oh, he gets away with that. Zaha just hits it straight back at him. So I've got 2 views in the chat. Let me know who do you think would be happy of the 2 camps at the moment. And this partnership between Zaha and Shreyas Iyer is at 48 runs at 90, going at 90 in 48 runs of 99 balls. Now 48 of 100 balls. So it's a good, decent partnership, just what India needed, considering they were 51 for 5 earlier on in the day. India are 200 runs ahead, and let me update the score. So India are 151 for 6, lead by 200 runs. They hopefully if they get on 50, 60 runs, then I reckon India will be favourites to wrap this game up, because it will be hard for New Zealand to chase 260, 270 odd. And as we see, Southee is replacing Somerville, so we're going to see some pace from one end now. So he's going to face Shreyas Iyer, who's nicely set on 50 of 109 balls. Let's see what New Zealand can come up with here. They're still in a decent position, but they need to wrap up this tail quickly. They've let them get away with this, New Zealand. Here comes Tim Southee into Shreyas Iyer, trying to pin him at LBW, but he managed to get bat on that Shreyas Iyer. But they're playing at Uttar Pradesh. I forgot what ground it is. What ground are they playing at? They're playing at what ground is it? It does say here somewhere. I'm sure you Indian viewers will know. So India's elected to bat first. They won the toss. It's interesting. Debuts for Rachin Ravindra. When I first saw that, I thought, what? Ravichandra Ashwin's playing for New Zealand? No. But Rachin Ravindra's test debut. Shreyas Iyer as well. And it doesn't say the ground. What ground is it? Where is the ground? Kanpur. They're playing in Kanpur, which is in North India, Uttar Pradesh. As you see, highlights of Shreyas Iyer's fantastic 50. So Southee has taken 7 wickets so far this match. Carl Jemison has taken 6. But yeah, it's interesting. Danny Vittori was saying that he'll leave Rahane out for Virat Kohli. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section. I know Rahane is obviously captain. He brings a lot of experience. But who are they going to drop? Shreyas Iyer. He's definitely playing the rest of the series after his fantastic performance so far this test match. And his performance has really kept India in this test match. Let's be honest here. Who are you going to leave out? Let me know. as we have 4 viewers in the chat. So please let me know in the comment section. Sorry. And as this partnership approaches 50, it's on 48 at the moment of 103 balls. I see Williamson talking to Salvi. Williamson's been in charge of shining the ball for today. So in comes Salvi into Shreyas Iyer, and he's got a solid defense. It's good to see a lot of these. A lot of test teams now playing test cricket now. We've got this series. We've got the Ashes starting in a couple of weeks. The first comment of the day from Rainfire. You're right, mate. So 150 above hasn't been chased that often. Can New Zealand do it? It's going to be difficult. If you can limit them to under 230, if you can, get the next 4 wickets for under 30 runs, I think they can do it. However, they've got Axar Patel and Ashwin, who are fantastic spinners, and on a day 5 pitch will be very difficult. Will be very difficult indeed. So I'll update the scoreboard underneath after this over. Let me know what in the chat what score you think New Zealand will be happy to chase, or what score India will be happy to defend. So let me know in the chat, as we had our first comment of today. So thank you, Rainfire, for that. And even Saha will be replaced as well. I'm not a fan of this whole resting your players business. It's a lot of rubbish. These are international players. You should always play your best team. But in the second test, we see the India squad come up on the screen. You've got Virat Kohli obviously coming back. You've got Siraj coming back. I think you have got... There is no Bumrah, is there? No, Bumrah is not available. But is Rishabh Pant available? No, he's not in the squad. So, seems like Zaha will probably keep his place. Unless they drop Zaha and we get Jadeja to wicket keeper. He's a spinner, isn't he? So they'll probably want to keep him. But Shreyas Iyer doing great on his debut. 105 first inning to 50 not out. I agree, Adil. He's doing fantastic. No Rohit. He's rested. But it's interesting. There's no Rohit Sharma there in the second test squad. But only Virat Kohli comes back. And they're also resting Bumrah as well. Like, why? They should be playing these big test matches. Shreyas Iyer smashes. Is it 1 bounce 6? 1 bounce 4? Yeah, it's a 1 bounce 4. Fantastic over extra cover. Comes down the wicket to Ajaz Patel and just smashes him. Fantastic inning so far for Shreyas Iyer. Ajinkya Rahane is the vice captain. Is the reason that he's holding on to the position. I agree, Rainfire. You got to. India are in a. They've got some great young players in the sidelines, and Shreyas Iyer seems to be another one. And I think, maybe next Test match they could make a difficult decision leaving Rahane out. Why not? I think Shreyas Iyer needs to start hitting some boundaries because they want as much time to bowl New Zealanders out. Let me update the banner at the bottom. We have another comment from Adil. These are big games. Counts 10 or 20 points for table. Agree. Play best players. Pakistan playing as well versus Bangladesh. Yeah, I agree. Pakistan playing their best players. And these Indians, it's not like they played well in the T20 World Cup. They didn't even turn up. And they didn't even make it out the group. Whereas Pakistan, they played maybe an extra, made semi-finals as well. But people were saying, some commentators were saying that India seemed tired after IPL and the World Cup, so that's probably why they're resting their multi-format players like Bumrah, Pant, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli as well. And also you got to understand also it's been a tough 20 odd months for cricketers due to the pandemic, bubble life as well, which can take its strain. So probably spending some time with the family, which is understandable. So let me update the score on the bottom. The scorecard should be updating as well. And we see another 4 for Shreyas Iyer. Oh wow, he's accelerating now. The Indian fans are loving it. I'd love to go to India one day and watch the test matches there. I'll absolutely love it. One day I will. That's one on my... Maybe do a live stream for Vizan outside the ground. Yeah, a nice cut shot from Shreyas Iyer there. He's got all the shots, hasn't he? I've been very impressed so far by the 26-year-old. I'll say young man. He's not that young. He's my age. He's born in 94, just like me. So it's 160 for 6, India. And the lead, a handy lead of 209 runs. Which, it does help. Having that first innings lead really has helped India this test match. And you should see that the thing come under now. What happened to Zaha? Why wasn't he wicket keeping in the first innings? I was trying to find this out. Could someone tell me in the comments? Why was the other wicket keeper, I forgot his name, they had a substitute fielder come in? Obviously, Shreyas Iyer's average currently is 164. Rahane is only 20. In 2021, he's played 12 matches and 411 runs. It's been shocking. Ashwin has only played 7 matches and has got 337 runs. That is poor from Ajinkya Rahane. He has to be dropped for the next test match, surely. I don't see. Look, Virat Kohli comes in. Who drops out? Pujara? Nope. He scored 639 runs, the most of all Indian players this year. Rahane, he has scored 411 runs, but his average is only 20, which is poor by his standards. And someone said earlier in the chat, I think his vice captaincy is probably why he's in this team right now. As we see a shot of Pujara in the dressing room. Let me know who do you think is going to be dropped in the next test match. So who does Virat Kohli take over? As we see Salvi come in. Oh, has a nice bounce to Zaha, and he's done well to fend that off. They should have someone under the helmet there. It's more attacking with the fields, New Zealand, I think. Let me know in the comments. Who do you think Virat Kohli is going to replace or come in for in the next test match? I'm trying to think when that next test match starts. So the next test match is... Let's have a look at the fixtures. They only play 2 test matches, which is shocking, in Mumbai on Friday the 3rd. So they play on Friday in Mumbai. Only 2 test matches, which is a shame. KS Bharat is the guy who was wicketkeeper, for India. Yeah, he was a quality wicketkeeper, wasn't he, Adil? Made a really good catch the other day as well. It's quite interesting. I'm not sure about substitute fielders and whether they can wicket keep. You could just if the wicketkeeper got a bit of an injury, what does Zaha do? Then you can always put a gun wicketkeeper on, just makes all the catches. It's a shame nowadays. There's with test cricket. Back in the day, I always remember Geraint Jones for England. He was in a team because he was a quality wicketkeeper, rather than he was a good batsman. Whereas nowadays, wicketkeepers need to be like really good at their batting, solid batters, rather than amazing wicket keepers, which I see, it's really always been a big admirer of Ben Folkes, who's a fantastic wicket keeper, but he hasn't really, he's had a fantastic series in Sri Lanka, but he's never really had a long run in England Test team. I know he got injured over the summer, which is a shame. He could have had his chance, but I think he's on the plane to let's see if he's on the England, if he's playing in the Ashes squad. Let's have a look. Is Ben Folkes there in the team? Oh, he is. He's there. No, he's in the Lions squad. Ben Folkes didn't even make the main squad, which is interesting. Okay, fair enough. But back to the India Test match. Rainfire agrees with me. Ajinkya should be dropped. Pujara's form boring, though. I agree. Ajinkya should be the one to be dropped. And I think you need to play some young players. Which in a way, I did say earlier on in this live stream that you should really be playing your best players, but this rotation policy does allow these fringe players like Shreyas Iyer to make a mark for themselves, and and he's able to do that. So I think there's an argument to be made for that as well. But this series only 2 matches. This is between the number 1 and number 2 Test team. They played in the ICC Test Championship final, and it's only 2-match series. It's shocking. At least 3. Should really be 4, but it just shows that they'd rather have maybe play 2 extra of 3 T20s. And that's where the money is right now, which is understandable. So India 162 for 6, as I'm going to update my score on the bottom for you guys. 162 for 6, lead by 211. 162 for 6. That should come up on the bottom now. So we see Jameson's coming in for Ajaz Patel now. So we're going to see probably pace from both ends now. Pakistan are 272 for 9. Pakistan treble 58. Yes, they do. So Bangladesh in the ascendancy there. Jefferson has been a find of the year as well for New Zealand. He's a fantastic bowler, and he can bat as well. And he's huge, like 6'6" or something. So in comes Jameson to Shreyas, who's on 60, and he gets a nice single into the cover region. Easy batting there from Shreyas Iyer. There's a nice little partnership between the wicketkeeper and the number 5. Coming up to 60. The biggest partnership so far for India's second innings. And let's update you on the Pakistan test match in Chattogram in Bangladesh. Probably not too far away from, well, it probably is quite far away from the current test match. So the Pakistan are 272 for 9. Fahim Ashraf's on 30. And it's the day 4, session 2. So it's probably... No, is it day 4, session 2? Day 3, session 2. It's only day 3. So Bangladesh will hopefully get this last wicket out soon and get a decent run. Decent lead, I mean. We see Jameson coming in to bowl at Zaha. They've all got interesting. Zaha has a very interesting action. If you look, he's quite slide on. He's a bit like Steve Smith in a way. I mean, he's got a trigger movement. He comes back, and when the ball comes towards him, he's side on, which a lot of these players have nowadays. And we see the dressing room of India. They've got nice, cozy, nice cozy chairs. And Adil says he thinks Gill or Rahane might be dropped for the Kohli second test. I think really, Shubman Gill. And who's going to open? Who's going to open? You're not going to have Virat Kohli opening, obviously. Would you have Rahane opening or have Pujara opening? Yeah, you could have Pujara opening, in fact. That could work. Pujara, Agarwal, your openers, where maybe Kohli at 3, Rahane at 4, and Shreyas Iyer at 5. Would you be happy with that? A deal? I think you can't drop your vice captain, can you? But you need Shubman Gill. He's a young player. He needs a long time. He needs some time to develop in the test team, because India needs to think about future as well, their future development. Well, when you look at the England side, you probably think maybe Haseeb Hameed is probably the only batter that's will probably be around for the next 5, 6, 7 years. Whereas Root, Bairstow, Butler are towards the end of their careers. So this is what they have to think about. If Gill gets dropped, who will open innings? Pujara. Have Pujara opening. That's what I'd say. Or do the brave decision and drop Rahane. And that was a great bounce from Jameson. And Zaha does well to evade that. So India 163 for 6. Lead by 212. So the lead is creeping up ever so slowly. Lead by 212. As I put this going on the bottom here. I think this might be the last over before tea. I'm not sure. It might be. Because you have 9 viewers now, which is great, which is fantastic. And you're seeing a masterclass with Shreyas Iyer. He's had a fantastic start to his test debut for India. And we've got Tim Salvi, who's got figures of 2 for 44 or 50 overs coming in from the media end to Shreyas Iyer. And the lead is 212 runs, as you can see from the bottom of the screen, with the batter moving across the bottom. And Shreyas Iyer is facing his 61 of 123 balls. Oh, it's a shot. Oh, that's the best shot of today. It was quite full from Tim Salvi. And he just flicks that through the mid-wicket region for 4. That was a shot. That's a fantastic shot. This guy's seeing it like a beach ball at the moment. Fantastic innings here from Shreyas Iyer. When he hits it was a straight bat, but obviously he managed to direct that perfectly. And he managed to get it between mid-wicket and mid-on, I think. Oh, did he get that? Oh, they think it's out. Oh, it's out. And that's such a that was poor shot from Shreyas Iyer. It was wide. It was a bouncer, kind of not really a bouncer. It was a bit short from Tim Salvi, and it goes over it goes past his leg stump, and I think he must have gloved that to the wicketkeeper Blundell, and Shreyas is walking off. That's out from the umpire, and that's just poor. Oh, it's a poor wicket. After that fantastic shot of the day, he gets out next ball. Oh, that's just poor. How are you watching the game? Or I'm watching it on Sky Sports, the deal. And I think he must have either hit his glove on the way through as he tried to pull it, or it must have hit his glove on the way through. Yeah, it's hit his glove. So Ultra Edge C just shows it just hits the bottom bit of his glove, the padded bit, which is unfortunate actually. If he didn't have any padding on his gloves, it would have gone straight through. But Shreyas Iyer has played a fantastic knock. That's out. Keep walking off, mate. That's hit his bot. That's hit the glove. Oh, that's such a bad way to get out, isn't it? After a fantastic innings. That's out. I think he's just waiting. I think the probably teammates are saying, yeah, that's hit his underside of his glove. It's unfortunate. It's hit the padded bit of the bottom part of his glove. And if he didn't have any padding there, it would have gone straight through. But obviously, you need protection. You don't want to break your hands. So, yeah, a good knock there from Shreyas Iyer. He departs for a decent 65 to back up his 105 from the first innings. So his batting average is so far decent for Test match cricket. He's hit a total of 170 runs this Test match. So he's kept India in the hunt of winning this game. And the lead, is approaching 220 for India. And I believe, are they going to take tea now? No, then I'm not sure. But that was a good partnership, 64 partnership between Zaha and Shreyas Iyer. And I think Shreyas Iyer came in when they were 41 for 3. Is he number 5 batter, Shreyas Iyer? Yeah, he is. They were 41 for 3 when Shreyas Iyer came in, and now they're 167 for 7. So he's done a good job of lifting India to a respectable lead, as they are now 216 runs ahead. And let me know in the chat, who do you think are favourite to win this game now? And yes, they have taken a break for tea. And I'll be back in 15 minutes for the third session. Let me know in the comments. I'm just going to turn my camera off, but I can still see the comments. Hi everyone, I'm back now, and we're about to begin the third and final session of day 4. And yes, so please do remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And as we see it, New Zealand taking an important wicket of what's his name? Shreyas Iyer, who's made a fantastic start to his Indian Test career. But I'm sure the players will try and figure him out because he has a quite interesting technique. So yes, so we're about to start that, and Pakistan are currently 280 for 9. There's a bit of resistance from the last pair. They put on 23 between Shaheen Shah and Fahim Ashraf. And yeah, it's on Sky Sports. So if you want to watch it, a deal is on Sky Sports. I think the Pakistan game, I'm not sure what that's on. So let me know what score you think India will be happy to defend. They are currently 167 for 7. And New Zealand just got the wicket of Shreyas Iyer. I think you'd be disappointed in the way he got out there. And they lead by 216 runs. So it's going to turn out to be an interesting test match, I reckon. Very interesting test match. It's going to be a nice finish. And the Bangladesh-Pakistan series seems to be coming out nicely. And tomorrow morning, we have the start of Sri Lanka against West Indies and Gaul. And once again, that's a 2-match series. I'm trying to look at Pakistan, Bangladesh. I think that is also a 2-match series as well. Let's have a look. Hopefully it's free. Again, 2-match series. What are with these 2-match test match series? It's ridiculous. They should have at least 3. And let's have a look at I think India will looking to get another 20 to 30 runs, and they should be able to get, that'll be a good score. But New Zealand looking to get the tail quickly, which in the other test match, we see Fahim Ashraf hit a 6. And Bangladesh are struggling to finish off Pakistan at the moment. It looks like an interesting watch as well. And we also have the Big Bash League starting soon as well, next week. In terms of cricket, we obviously got the Ashes in a couple of weeks, and Fizan and I will be doing some live streams of the Ashes. I know there'll be quite late live streams for us. I'll probably struggle to stay awake. And it's a shame that all these test matches was only 2 matches. Should be at least 3, I think. And as we approach the last session of day 4, I think India will be looking to get another 30, 40 runs quickly, and they would like to have a good 20 overs, I reckon, at New Zealand this evening. Let me know who do you think is more likely to win from this position. And as we see in other test match, Fahim hit was hit a 6, and then later on that over, he has been caught behind. And Taijul has his 7th wicket. Taijul Islam, 7th wicket. That's pretty impressive for the innings. And Pakistan are up for 286. And Bangladesh have a handy lead of 44 runs. So I'm not sure where you can watch that test match. So 167 for 7. Let me update my the bottom here. It was a really important wicket of Shreyas Iyer, who's had a fantastic debut. India were at 1.55, 51 for 5, and then now 167 for 7. It's been quite a trend in test matches recently where the middle order seem to get the batting team out of trouble. And India 216 runs ahead, and they'll be looking to get 241 lead, I reckon. Another 30 runs here, and it will be a very solid total to defend, especially on a day 4/day 5 pitch, and especially with Axar Patel and Ashwin at the other end. I'm sure New Zealand, some of the batters will be not looking forward to that challenge. Let's see how the New Zealand bowlers are doing this innings. So let me get my scorecard up. As you see the replay of how Shreyas Iyer got, I think you're very disappointed with that. Just misjudged that, and it just hit the bottom of his glove, bottom of his left glove. So Tim Salvi has 15.2 overs, 48 runs, 3 wickets, and Carl Jamieson 13 overs, 26 runs, 3 wickets, economy of 2, very impressive. Ajas Patel 15 overs, 49 runs for 1 wicket, economy of 3.26. Rachin Ravindra 9 overs, 17 runs, no wickets. Somerville 8 overs, 23 runs, and no wickets. As we see, Axar Patel, who's hit, remember at the start of the year, hit a handy 40 odd against England at the start of the year. So he can bat a bit, but New Zealand will be looking to wrap up the tail as soon as possible. And I think they might replace the ball here, or they're going to check it. It's got a bit scruffed up. You can see the seam's got a bit scruffed up. So they're looking to replace it. And there's a third umpire comes up with a box of balls, and they're going to pick the one that's most suitable. And there's another pause in the game. So let me know if it's going to come in for who's going to take who Virat Kohli's, who's going to be left out of India's team next Test match, which starts late on Friday. So let me know who's going to be left out. I've heard Rahane. People have said Rahane because he hasn't had a score really for a while. He has a poor average just in 2021. But will he drop his vice captain? That's a question to you. And some of you are saying Shubman Gill potentially, but who's going to open with Agarwal? So will he have Pujara up there opening? So let me know what you think. So India's lead's creeping up. It's 216 runs at the moment. And we've got an interesting field position here for Axar Patel. He's got a short extra cover there for the catch, which is quite interesting. And we see the averages of Indian batsmen, and you look at Rahane has been 19.57, which is poor, very poor from the Indian. vice captain. Let me know in the comments who do you think is going to win this test match. What score do you think India will be happy with to defend? And Salvi's managed to get 3 dots after their tea interval. I always wondered what cricketers have during the cricketers eat during tea break. Let's see what they normally eat. I do think the nutrition of cricketers have changed over the time. Some good bowling here from Tim Salvi, and he's bowled out the over, and that's a good over for him after being hit for 4 the first ball. He got followed up with a wicket and 4 dot balls. So the score doesn't change. It's still 167 for 7. I mean, Zaha on 22 is probably going to look to score quite quickly now, and the lead is 216. Interesting. I've got one comment here. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Yes, please do. As we can see, Kyle Jamieson coming in from the other end. And Zaha managed to get that away. And he gets that away for 4. He managed to get that into the third man region for 4 runs, into the fine. It was more square, actually. And managed to get a very crucial 4 there. So Jamieson just was a bit wide, kept low, and just tuck his bat out. And Zaha does well there. And he gets it past the slip there for 4 runs. I think that gully as well. Managed to get it past there. So India 171 for 7. Lead by 220. If you can get 250, they'll be very pleased, India. Bangladesh bowled out for Pakistan, 286, lead of 44. Yeah, that's a very important lead. In comes Kyle Jamieson into Zaha, and he managed to get a single there. Plays that off his legs, and fine leg picks that up. The lead now is 221 runs. As we see, some of the fans having some ice cream. I guess that's what they need for... I don't know how hot it is in India, but I reckon it's fairly warm. Nice little innings here from Zaha, and Axar Patel's back on strike. And Jamieson will be looking to get his left-hander out. So in comes Jamieson. I'll be bowling it right at his legs. That's what I'll be doing. Or he's trying to bowl at the stumps, but just didn't get the length right, and Axar Patel just defends it back. And let's have a look at the Pakistan. I think they're probably having lunch right now. So they've still got one more session left. So I believe it might be lunch. Yes, it's tea. It's tea at the moment in Chattogram in Bangladesh. So Bangladesh got a nice handy lead here as well. And once again, Axar Patel defends Kyle Jamieson. He's a tall lad, isn't it, Jamieson? Let's see who the leading wicket takers in Test matches this year are. I'll look at the leading run scorers. It's Ashwin. So at the moment, in 2021, Ashwin has played 7 matches, 13 innings, 41 wickets. Shaheen Shah next on 39. Hassan Ali, 37. Axar Patel, 32. James Anderson, 32. Ollie Robinson, 28. 26 for Leach. And Jameson's on 27. But Ashwin, 41 wickets for 2021. That's impressive. Asheen Shah, 39 wickets. That's really good for a fast bowler as well. And Hassan Ali as well, 37. So, and Axar Patel, 32. So it shows how reliant India have been on Ashwin and Axar Patel. I think they played the majority of the test matches in India. I think they played the odd test match in Australia at the start of the year with that famous victory in Australia. In terms of leading run scorers, let's have a look. And we see, that's a great shot from Axar Patel. Jameson bowls it short and he just pulls that for 4 into the deep cover point region. And India are looking to get boundaries here, which is the right tactic. Leading run scorers, 2021. Yeah, Joe Root is miles ahead. He's had 23 innings and he's scored 1,455 runs. That's ridiculous. Is that test match? Yeah, it is. 2021 is 228 his highest score. 600's 150. He's had a great conversion rate as well. And he's had a great run of form. And Rohit Sharma next, 906 runs. Karan Ratne, 854. His average is 78. He's only played 11 innings, which is impressive. Pant, 706. And in terms of any more Indian players, Pujara, 639. Where's the nearest New Zealand player? Let's try to think. Conway's 379 runs. Shouldn't see if any New Zealand players nearby. No, it's interesting. Conway is the next one on 379. And Williamson is next on 371. They haven't played that many test matches, to be honest. Williamson has only had 6 innings this year. It's ridiculous. Williamson has had 6 innings in 2021, whereas Joe Root has had 23. And he's going to add to that with the Ashes as well. He's probably going to play maybe 28 innings this until 2021. It's ridiculous. How can you have Williamson maybe playing? Only has played 6 innings so far this year, and Joe Root's played 23. Ridiculous. Anyway, it's not right. And Zaha's on 27th was facing Tim Salvi, who's been bowling well, 3 for 48 at the moment. So we've had 162 runs today and 6 wickets and 57.2 overs. And I will update the scoreboard after this. Over. Let's see who's had the most catches in cricket. Share. Obviously, a replay of Bharat, who's the replacement wicketkeeper. He's been fantastic behind the stumps. But what happened to Zaha? Why did he have to come off the field? Yeah, Joe Root has had 18 catches, and Imran Butt's 16 catches in Test cricket in 2021. Which is quite interesting. So India 178 for 7. And in comes Tim Salvi into Zaha, who defends that back. And he's got 3 slips, but in fact they're not close together. I think he's got like a 3rd slip and a 5th slip, which is interesting fielding positions from Kane Williamson there. And in comes Tim Salvi. Zaha just defends that. Just 2 after over. Let me update the banner for you. So they're 178 for 7. The lead is, let's have a look. Lead is 227. So they're getting to that 240 mark, 250 mark, which is very important. Save. See that come up at the bottom. Worst commentary. Whatever that means. And in come Jameson and Axel Patel. Just defends that back. I think India are in the ascendancy here, so we'll see what happens. But I think New Zealand will be disappointed considering they were at 51 for 5 and they had India on the ropes. And Jameson trying to get Axel Patel here out LBW, just trying to bowl at his legs. Let me know in the comments what score India will be happy to defend here. James and Axel Patel. And he's doing well here, Axel. Just trying to Jameson's trying to bowl him or get him out LBW. Axel Patel's doing well here. But they need to score at a decent run rate here. So here's the point system for the World Championship, Test Championship for 2021 to 2023. So win is 12 points, tie 6, a loss is 4. The tie is 6, a draw is 4, a loss is 0. Teams will be ranked on percentage of points 1. Teams will lose 1 championship point per over short, which is interesting, which is, I think, quite good in terms of for run rate. So, yeah, win is 12 points. So it's done in percentages. So percentage. So you could play more test matches, which makes sense because not everyone will play the same amount of test matches. The thing is, India need to score at a decent rate here. So currently, Sri Lanka at the top. Get in. Sri Lanka are first place at the moment because they've played 1 match, and England are last. That's brilliant. Oh, that's a good stop there. Axel Patel actually creams that through the covers, but cover managed to cut that off. Great fielding there. So Sri Lanka are got 12 points after winning their match against West Indies. India are second with 54.17%. Pakistan third on 50% after having 1 win and 1 loss. West Indies on 33%, having 1 win and 2 losses. And England are 14 points, having 1 win, 2 losses, and 1 draw. I think the India Test series earlier in the year contributed to the new Test Championship, or I think the India Test match this summer, actually. Sorry, and of course they didn't. They're going to replay one because of because of COVID. India couldn't play the Old Trafford the last Test match, the 5th Test match. So 180 for 7. Let me update the score. As we see, Zaha, Axel get a single there to get Zaha back on strike. Lead by 229 at the moment. So I think they've got 230 actually. So that should come up at the bottom. So let me know also, who do you think is going to replace, who Kohli's going to come in for in the next test match? Because you can't obviously drop Shreyas Iyer after having a fantastic debut. And Salvi's coming in now from the media end into Axel Patel, who's a left-hander. Oh, that's a good shot. He's driven that down the ground. And I think Salvi's got a hand to that. And he got a four important runs here from India. And in the other test match, Bangladesh have just started their reply. They lead by 44. They're effectively 44 for no loss. And Shaheen Shah is bowling to Shadman Islam. So Pakistan will be looking to get early inroads. Try and neutralise that 44-run lead Bangladesh have got. So he has a really good 4 from Axel. Axel Patel can bat a bit, you know. Or has he edged that? No, he hasn't. Salvi just left one outside off stump for him to hit, but he tried to hit that through the covers, but misses. There's a bit of movement of the seam there. And straight to the wicketkeeper of Blundell. I was trying to think if Conway would have been playing in this test match if he didn't punch his bat. Yeah, Axel Patel's well away from that. Poor shot there from Axel, but he gets away with it. So Salvi into Axel Patel. He's 9 of 15 runs. He's hit 2 good fours, and he's defended that straight to cover. He's getting nice movement of the seam. That's a great replay of that shot earlier from Tim Salvi. And 5 of that over. Well, actually, there's one more left in the over. So in comes Tim Salvi. And that's nice wide delivery. So India are 234 runs ahead. So let me update the score. So India 185 for 7. They're 5 of that runs off that over. And they lead by 234, which is a nice handy lead for India. Oh, they're just by the river there. I'm just going to look at the map of the stadium. I'd love to go to India and see a test match there. And Pakistan as well. So Pradesh Stadium. So we see Will Somerville coming in for the river end. So it's the Green Park Stadium. That's what it's called, I believe. And I think it's in Kanpur, and it's by the river. What river is it called? Oh, it's the Ganges River. The River Ganges. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Let me know in the comments who do you think who's going to win this. So Will Somerville in to Zaha, just defending. He was 31 off 80. He's had a nice nice innings here for India. It is a river, Ganges, yeah. Longest river in the world, I believe. Is the longest river in the world? Holiest river, in fact. Yeah, it goes. Yeah. Goes through North India. Yeah, it goes to Kanpur as part of the Ganges, I believe. But part of the drainage basin, in fact. Which is pretty cool. So 187 for 7. Zaha's on strike on 33. Oh, he's edged that. Oh, there's a slip there. It would have gone straight to slip, or a second slip. Oh, Williamson will be disappointed with that. You need a more attacking field, Kane. That's what you need. That's a good ball there from Somerville, and he edges that. Oh, actually, no, it comes off the right knee pad of the wicketkeeper. So it would have been a... Should a wicketkeeper have done better there? Possibly, but yeah. I think I would like to have seen a slip there. Good bowling here for Somerville. Anyway, I'm going to head off after this over. And Harris, I'm watching this on Sky Sports. So if you're in the UK, you can watch it on Sky. And Harris, Pakistan, disappointed versus Bangladesh. Batting collapse, yes, that is true. Quite disappointing at the moment. And Adil says Harris, it's on Sky Sports main event. Yes, it is. So I'm just going to do one more over, ladies and gents, and I'm going to head off. So I think India will be the happier of the two sides, especially the last session and a half. Considering they lost a lot of wickets at the start of the day, they would have been disappointed. New Zealand, India were 51 for 5 at one point, and they've done well to get to 188 for 7, and the lead is around 236, which is a very defendable total. And you probably back India to defend that, considering they've got Axar Patel and Ashwin, and we see Zaha pulled out, and Jameson picks up at fine leg, and Zaha moves on to 35 runs. And And Adil says, will you be covering the Ashes? Yes, we'll try our best. I know the timings aren't the best because it's like the day starts around 11 p.m. here, or 12 in the morning, or 1 in the morning. So, we'll try our best. I'm sure we can do a session, or I can do a session when I wake up in the morning, because I think Fazan tends to go to bed late, and I tend to go to bed, get up early. So I'm sure we'll try and do our very best, especially on the weekends. I'll try and do a session on the weekends. So one more over. I'm gonna head off after this over, and it's been an enjoyable stream so far today. I think Zaha has injured himself, hasn't he? I think that's what's happened. And we see Axar Patel. He's solid with the bat. He's a solid all-round player. Axar Patel. And in the Bangladesh-Pakistan Test match, Bangladesh currently 10 for no wicket. And so their lead is now to 54. The base 54 for no wicket. And when do you think India will declare? I think there'll be a call soon. Just try and hit the lever of the ball. Just try and get some runs. Try and stretch lead up to 250, 260 as soon as possible. But they'll declare when it gets, I reckon, to 260. I think they've got to start hitting the ball. And Adil says, who do you decide? Dravid or Rahane? What do you mean by Dravid? Oh, who would decide? I reckon Rahane would decide as he's captain. But it's good that India have got Rahane, Dravid in the backroom staff. I think he's a fantastic player and a fantastic person as well to have in the dressing room. And Axar Patel gets that away, and he should get a couple here. And he does. So the lead now comes up to 240. They've got the all-important 240 mark. And Axar Patel defends that. And it's this nice little partnership, 24-40 balls. And India 191 for 7 lead by 240. And thank you, everyone, for joining the live stream. And do watch the rest of this test match. It's turning out to be a really interesting one. So thank you all. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. And I'll see you all later to another live stream soon. So bye for now.